Okay, so here goes another anonymous story time. Am I wrong for telling my parents to never come to my house again? So my parents have always criticized everything I do, whether it is good or bad, and they always manage to find a problem in everything. When I turned 16, I applied for multiple jobs so I could start saving up to rent my own apartment. After school, I would go straight to work, and on the days when I was off from one job, I was working at another or picking up other people's shifts. A month after I turned 18, I had enough money to get my first apartment, and I hadn't even told my parents I was saving to move, so when I told them I was moving out, they had a problem. They started saying I was following social media trends and wouldn't even last a full month at the apartment, and they seriously started laughing at me. I had posted on Facebook a picture of me holding my keys, and some family sent me some money to buy nice furniture, and when my parents found out, they said if it wasn't for my family, I wouldn't be able to afford any of this. About a month later, I finally had my home completed to my liking and had a housewarming party and invited some of my friends and family, including my parents. And the night was going fine until my parents came. They immediately started complaining about how they had to park on the street because they had no available parking spaces by my apartment complex, even though I told them to get there early because parking was limited. I had plates and cups set out for everyone to use, but my parents still went into my cabinets to see what was in there. They started criticizing the type of dishwasher I had, saying, you could have asked us for some money so you didn't have to buy these $2 glasses and cheap ass plates. I told them they weren't using them. Okay, so here goes part 3 to the anonymous story time. Am I wrong for not letting my mom see any of her children at all? After I confronted my mom, she started calling the boys by names that weren't theirs and got upset when I stopped her. I asked her what she was doing here, and she told me that she was coming to take her kids back. And I told her if she went near any of my siblings that I would take her to court for legal custody. She argued with me for 10 minutes before the school security escorted both of us off the campus. Then later that day, while I was at work, the daycare called and said that there was a woman saying she was my sister's mom and that she had permission to pick them up. I told them she didn't have permission and to keep her there until I came, and when she saw it was me, she walked in and grabbed one of my sisters and tried to go out the back entrance, but someone stopped her and called the police. She screamed at me for 15 minutes about how I kidnapped her kids and how they should come with her and all that bullshit before the cops arrested her. I told them the short version of the story, and the cop advised me to get full custody over my siblings, and that's what I did. Honestly, the process was so long that my siblings were taken into state custody for a while, but eventually I was granted full custody. My siblings were so happy, and my mom tried to get visitation, but I got a protective order against my mom, so she can't see any of them at all. I know she's mad because she sends me voicemails and text messages about how I'm a horrible son and how I ruined her life, and I can't help but think that's true sometimes. Am I wrong for not letting her see any of my siblings at all?